Hello, Valleyview Community Church family. It is Wednesday, and like many of us, we've been living sort of socially isolated the last few days, so I wanted to at least use some technology to try and stay connected as much as possible. So this is sort of our weekly midday musing. I did want to give an update on some things that have been happening at Valleyview, some of the decisions that we've been putting in place in the light of the growing concerns and the new government mandates, both federally and provincially. We have decided, as most businesses and organizations that gather 50 plus people, for the immediate future, cancel all of our formal church gatherings on site. At our property, there is very little activity happening right now. Certainly all of the larger groups have suspended their activities. There is a little bit of sort of one-on-one activities for some of the small entrepreneurs, and they're doing that respecting social distance, and certainly a whole lot of hand washing and disinfecting. So know that we're doing our due diligence at the building to ensure people are safe and maintaining the cleanliness of the facility, but there's next to no activity currently going on. We don't know at this point how long we'll have to suspend services, but at the very least, the next 2 Sundays, we will not be gathering, and we'll reevaluate in April to see where things are at, and we'll keep everybody updated. So that involves, the Sunday, the Wednesday, and the Friday, sort of their weekly up, in and out worship, discipleship, and community engagement activities in the facility. We're pressing pause on all of those, but I do want to stress, even though we're pressing pause on those activities on site, we certainly never want to press pause on our attentiveness to doing the work of God's kingdom. And certainly in this season, it's going to take a lot of sort of missional and kingdom imagination on how to love well. But in the midst of the panic, in the midst of the anxiety and social isolation, there are certainly unique opportunities for the church to continue to love and serve. And so we've been pressing into that as a board. We've been discussing and praying about what we can do, although we can't gather on site. How can we be a visible presence of God's love and mercy in the midst of this pandemic? And so yesterday, Rob Gagno, who's been serving as our board chair, and myself, we had a couple conversations with a couple business owners. First, we had a sit down with Ken Desjardins, the manager of Metro Grocery Store, and also had a sit down with Sean, the manager at Valley Pharmacy. And we just wanted to talk to them. We wanted to listen. We wanted to make ourselves available as a church to help with pickup and delivery of essentials, groceries, meds. Now at the pharmacy, they have their own delivery people in place, and things are operating all right, although they did express they will keep us in mind should they need help in this area. But Ken over at Metro in particular, it was really a godsend and timely, because they're feeling quite overwhelmed right now, and they have minimal staff able to do some pickup and delivery. So starting tomorrow on Thursday, we have mobilized a small group of volunteers, and we're starting just with a small core group who live in close proximity to the Metro and have the means and the time to help with this, to set up a pickup and delivery service. How this will work is Metro has agreed to set up an account for Valleyview Community Church, and later today I will be advertising this via Valley social media, etc., that we will be providing this service. And should any particular seniors, we really want to make sure we're caring to seniors and those whose health has been compromised due to the COVID virus and are not able to travel physically to pick up groceries, and maybe they don't have any immediate family or loved ones able to do so, that they can reach out to us. So via phone call, they'll call the church, which forwards to my cell phone. I'll field those calls, any calls, and then I will either personally or I'll delegate to some of the other volunteers in our core team to take the order, to go to Metro to pick up the order. That'll be charged to the account, and then when people call in, they'll know that they have 2 payment options. They can pay either via cash or e-transfer to the church, and once we have verification that the e-transfer has gone through, we will deliver the groceries to their doorstep, and then take the e-transfer, the cash, to pay the balance on the account at Metro. So that's how the system will work. I've discussed it with our accounting team, and I do think this is a safe and necessary and really helpful way that we can partner with our local grocery store in serving the wider community for the immediate future. So whether a handful of people take advantage of this or lots in our community, we'll wait and see, but didn't want to stay idle and do nothing. Also, I would encourage all of you, although we're not gathering on site, we are created for relationship, and we need to be safe, we need to be wise, and might be easier for those of you who are introverts out there to isolate. I'm going a little crazy here myself, but trying to hunker down. But that being said, this Sunday I'm going to send out some video resources and some worship videos, and I would encourage you in your homes to just take time to turn your home space into a Sunday worship space and pray about it, talk about it as a family. But maybe it's an opportunity to, in a small gathering, respecting social distance, etc., invite a couple of neighbors over, or a couple of people in the church that maybe you've been wanting to get to know that live in your neighborhood. As long as everyone's feeling healthy and taking the steps to maintain cleanliness and safety, I think it's important we continue to gather. I mean, have a meal around a table, have a time of prayer and worship on Sunday morning, and I think we can continue to make an impact in our neighborhoods, and we can continue to maintain this up, in, and out rhythm. So that's the update at this point, and we'll keep you posted. I'll be sending some resources for your encouragement and reflection as well. And I've been calling and checking in on folks. And if any of you personally in the church, you don't need to be part of this core team to be able to get groceries for your neighbors. So keep your eyes and ears to the ground on any of the seniors or neighbors maybe in your immediate neighborhood, and we can all be representatives of God's kingdom in filling some of these needs. So that's the latest. I just wanted to send out an update. I'm praying for all of us and trusting that God is at work in the midst of the chaos we're going through right now, and we can do our part to participate with the God of love as we care for those in our community. So trust you are well, and trust you're just taking advantage of this time. Just get some rest and some family time, and just try and enjoy this extended Sabbath season in the midst of everything. There's some opportunities for pressing in, listening, and sitting with Jesus. So I will check in again in a few days, but be praying for our pickup and delivery endeavors as well. That'll be an opportunity for us to make some meaningful connections with those in our community who are struggling and in isolation right now. So God bless. We'll check in again soon. Stay healthy, rest, and be safe.